Yes. Hi, I know we're a small group today, but hopefully we can have more people coming in later. Um, Thank you so much for making it. I know like people are very busy. They have their schedules. But just before we start, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Manuel Reyes. I'm with the San Diego Imperial County's Labor Council. I'm one of the co-conveners for CERF. And I'm gonna pass it over to my colleague, Fernanda, to introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Fernanda Vega. I am with Imperial Valley Equity and Justice Coalition, and the rest of my team couldn't be here, but I'm here on their behalf. Hi, my name is Lorna Avila, and I'm a policy advocate for Comité Cívico del Valle, and my team also couldn't be here, but I'm here representing on their behalf.
Thank you so much, Lorna. So as you can see, we have actually an agenda today. It's gonna be somewhat quick, but it's gonna be very interactive. We're all gonna have some workshops. We're gonna talk to each other about what we would like to see here developed in Imperial Valley or what projects we would like to see. But before that, again, I just want to let you know who the co-conveners of the CERF program are. I'm sorry. So as we mentioned, Comité Cívico del Valle with Lorna, Imperial Valley Equity and Justice Coalition with Fernanda, the Imperial Valley Wellness Foundation, also the San Diego and Imperial County's Labor Council, me, and so as we mentioned, this is gonna be we're gonna have a lot of exercises, like some exercises today. So one of the exercises is that let's have a group. Let's all convene in a group in your tables. We're gonna walk around with you, and we're gonna introduce, and you can introduce to us. So, and let's talk about what we would like to see in Imperial, like what projects or what developments we would like to see in Imperial. Don't worry about how to do it. Don't worry on a strategy. Let's just like throw ideas and brainstorm like what things we should have in Imperial Valley and we would like to see. So let's take 10 minutes to do that. So right now I have 5:14. We can reconvene at 5:20, 25. All right. So we're gonna all go I know you're coming from workforce development. Yeah. From workforce entities. So I today like focus on workforce entities. But we also talk to community to see what they would like to see in Imperial. I want to start. So I personally would like to see Imperial Valley as a resident from Imperial Valley. I would like to see more healthier because right now what's going on with pioneers and how they're shutting down the healthcare. Like we're 100,000 people here in the valley, so where are we going to go? Right? There's some people need to go to San Diego. Not a lot of people have gas money to go there. Um, so yeah, I would like to see more of healthcare as a resident. I don't know about you.
So then I would love to see better infrastructure in our valleys and better high paying jobs. And we know that right now we're transitioning towards the green economy. So like lithium, how can we ensure that communities here in the valley are getting those jobs? How can we make sure that they're qualified for the jobs such as with the IBC certification? It's just really ensuring that the valley, like resources are coming to the valley, staying in the valley, and for the community. That's I just envision just better quality of life for Imperial Valley residents.
For me and for the youth, I want to see our music better the youth. So marketing that we have to travel far that way to San Diego or now we're thinking about seeing like other artists. We all estructura para país, pero más. Bueno, yo siempre que llevo la idea, nosotros sabemos que aquí en México el agua está, ¿verdad? Yo, si hubiese un programa para que los que tenemos como casa, que tenemos que el gobierno, no que nos dé, que nos facilite, que tengamos jardines sintéticos, jardines que no utilicen agua. Esto es lo que hay mucho, el problema aquí es el polvo. Y luego en la ciudad con mucho agua, el problema es que tenemos polvo, o sea, hace aire, todo ese polvo a dónde va, a las edificaciones, ese polvo se mete dentro de las casas. Entonces, si hubiera un programa que dijera, vamos a ayudarles a poner este tipo de jardines, no, yo aquí no, pero prepare for our future projects, maybe development. Um, it would be good to have more educational facilities, more engineers. Here in the valley, it's really hard to find engineers here. They usually finish engineering, they go to different states, not here. So sometimes when we're hiring engineers, we even have to teach them from other countries. Get them here. But here in the valley, so far, yeah. And then if we would have a lot of workforce and work on these projects, then housing facilities should be also available here in the valley. More housing because there's not a lot. You look for apartments, it's like we hired two workers outside from outside the bank, and when they came over, we were taking them to find apartments for the renters. So occupancy is
I think related to what you said regarding health, I would say better food options, especially here. Better food, and that could also help more people work. And for example, here in Mexico, there's Popeye, there's Taco Bell, fast food exactly. And we're like, we want healthier options for the community, and that's one way also to improve one's quality of life. So that's what I would want to see, and it'll support the economy. I think as well providing more jobs.
by that do you like small businesses or would you like to see like chain restaurants that are like McDonald's?
Yeah, that's for also a small business. That's a great point. Like supporting local Peruvian citizens to help them start their businesses. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah.
Is the only mall for Imperial Valley the one in
Yes.
and
Well,
so
there's outlets here in San Mexico, which is
oh
kind
the
of the
brand
yeah, Plaza outlets. Well, they're yeah, those two are the biggest stores.
maybe
Yeah.
more of those, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was also thinking maybe
I always go to Sacramento and then between the highways you also see you always see these big hedges of green, and I definitely feel more green in like our sidewalks and our highways and areas where we can stop. Like I want to sit in a corner and then eat, like enjoy my drink or read a little book or something like that. So definitely more green in the area.
Or like beautifying like the places. Yeah. Yeah, like I think they did a good job in North Central.
Yeah.
Because I know that
Oh,
North
the
Central.
one near the mall,
Uh,
like near the bridge.
oh yes, that one too. Yeah, but they also beautifying downtown El Centro. Well, I mean, when I left the valley, because I left the valley in 2016, I remember that downtown Central was not beautiful. You know,
You went to what?
San Jose State. I was just San Jose. I moved.
San Jose. Ah,
Yeah.
near San Francisco.
Yeah, in Silicon Valley. So I went there, and then when I moved back, so 2 years ago, now some parts are more beautiful. Like they put like lights on it, so that's.
So what makes you decide to come back?
I wanted to move back because I wanted to be like work in the community, but also my family lives here, so I also wanted to be close to my family. Yeah.
Fíjate que yo conocí Calexico hace más de 40 años. Calexico,
Are you understanding in English? Because I can interpret.
Yeah, I'm speaking in English.
Oh no,
No,
Spanish.
Spanish.
So you can understand what she's saying, not to interrupt the flow. So you can just hear.
So you will interpret.
That's
Okay,
right,
for me?
that's
Alright.
So just put this earset
This
on.
is usually interpreted.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah,
that
I
way you guys
understand.
can participate and engage,
Okay.
and it'll flow without any interruption.
Alright, so.
So just put it in here.
Okay.
ok, le digo que yo recuerdo, yo a Calexico lo conozco hace más de 40 años. Cuando yo llegué a este lugar, fue uno de los lugares más bonitos que te puedes imaginar, porque Calexico tenía jardines, las casas de Calexico tenían jardines, era un lugar, el parque ese está hermoso, en aquel entonces. El parque del que está por la gira estaba verde. O sea, había lugares bonitos. Y de la noche a la mañana, Calexico, los árboles de la biblioteca, ¿dónde están? Han talado árboles. No hay árboles. Calexico no tiene árboles. Como mencionaba ella. ¿Dónde están los árboles? No hay lugar donde los niños vayan a. Si tú platicas con jóvenes, yo platico mucho con jóvenes. Aquí este lugar, dicen las niñas, estaban unas lobas que bajaban, ¿no? De tan bonito, a lo mejor aquí te tocó Calexico.
Okay.
El parque este. Entonces Calexico no tiene, honestamente no tiene nada. ¿Qué tiene Calexico? Calle segunda, calle tercera, apestosa orines. Ni modo que digamos que la gente que está ahí por la calle tercera, que no tiene hogar, ¿qué es lo que pasó? Y la ortopédica la cerraron, la ciudad se las quitó porque iban a hacer un hogar, no sé qué iban a hacer. Ahí está la clínica ortopédica de Calexico. ¿Qué uso le han dado? No le han dado nada. Y ese edificio no era de la ciudad, era de clínica ortopédica. Y mira, está vacío el lugar. Antes tenía gente. Ahora, ¿qué está haciendo? ¿Qué está haciendo la Fundación Ortopédica? Tuvo que rentar el frente. Porque les exigieron el lugar y se les quitaron y también con nada. Conozca la historia.
Eso yo no sabía.
¿A ustedes les gustaría mirar que con este proyecto haga más trabajo para que limpien las calles o más
Si tú
trabajo
dices, vas y dices tú o cualquier otro pueblo decir, le pertenece a la ciudad, no nos pertenece a nosotros, le pertenece a la ciudad. Y este debe pertenecer a la ciudad. O sea, de ese pedazo no se puede hacer nada.
Entonces sería una buena opción. Sería una buena opción, pues, como dijimos, ¿no? Limpiar y como hacer más hermosa la ciudad.
Pues entonces es el momento perfecto para que se involucre, o sea, ayude como a imaginarnos
No,
qué
yo
sucede.
les mencioné que lo podía hacer, pero como independiente. O sea, yo no como independiente. Pero que yo les puedo apoyar.
O como es como líder, ¿no? Ya.
Pero hay diferentes grupos en los que usted puede reunirse vamos a pasar toda esa información otra vez y creo que va a poder encontrar los lugares donde usted se puede involucrar. Aunque lo quiera hacer individualmente, de todos modos funciona de una manera u otra porque su visión importa y la queremos tomar en consideración para los proyectos que vienen.
Me mencionó una cadena que agarró un email correo electrónico de Disinvested Communities para ir a esta junta porque estaba en California. So, eso sabemos que es algo que también tenemos que ayudar.
Entonces, tal vez hacer esa junta.
Sí.
O ayudar con la gasolina.
No, no manejo. No problemas visuales.
Oh.
So, tal vez también como transportación.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the presentations. Are you paused? Fernanda?
No. Yes.
Okay, so can you hear me? Okay, yes. Thank you so much for sharing those ideas of what things we would like to see in Imperial developed. We heard better or more make this place more beautiful to attract more people, more tourism, also a concert venue, and also healthcare. But also one of the other ones was workforce, right? Where we should have like engineering programs, especially with the lithium stuff that is gonna be coming up. I think that was also a great idea. So thank you so much. And we're gonna do a second part right now on how to strategize. But before we do that, I just want to refresh your minds on what CERF is. So, as most of you, if you have attended one of our CERF meetings, you know that CERF is California Economic Resiliency Fund program, or CERF, and it's an investment of $600 million across the state of California. Those $600 million will be well, first of all, the state divided the state into 15 different regions. We, Imperial in San Diego, we are the Southern Border Coalition. We're one of those 13 sectors. And now, out of those $600 million being awarded by the state of California for the CERF program, 60 million are going to be dedicated to planning grants known as Phase One, and is specifically to identify community needs like today, like what do we need to what we'd like to see in Imperial. So out of those 65, that's being invested into having these type of meetings. Um, and one of the things I would like to highlight is that for Imperial Valley, this is a very historic state investment to address our long-standing economic, employment, and development concerns. Right. So I heard someone saying workforce entities. I mean, not workforce entities, but like engineering programs. So some of those projects that will definitely address our long-standing economic, employment, and development concerns, right? Now, for this phase one of CERF, like we said, the state is divided into 13 regions, with each region being awarded $5 million for these planning grants. And as we said, we are the 13th region, and we are known as the Southern Border Region. Um, now, so you might be asking yourself, where do I come in on this on this planning, right? So there are 15 sectors that the state would like to have us to represent, or like that want them to be that the state wants to be involved. And those sectors are labor, worker centers, education and training, workforce development entities, which is what we are on today, workforce development entities, but there are more like economic development, business and employers, government, environmental justice, disinvested communities, the youth, LGBTQIA+, and the farm workers. So it is critical that if you want to participate or represent one of these sectors, that you attend the meetings so that way your voice can be heard, and not just your voice, but like your entire communities, right? Um, so let's say you want to be a coalition member, right? So this type of membership is open to basically everyone. It's open to nonprofit organization, tribes, local and other regional governmental entities, even individuals, and other private sector entities. We usually, for these meetings, we provide interpretation services like today. We offer food, and if people need childcare, just reach out, and then we can provide childcare for people to attend these meetings. Um, there is a sign. There's a way to sign up as a coalition member. On your table, you will see some QR codes, and with those QR codes, you can scan it, and you're gonna be able to read the bylaws of what you have to follow to be part of the coalition. And you can also sign up to become a coalition member. You will be receiving emails, our future meetings. Um, and right now, I think it's planned to have a quarterly meeting, but that's something the sector can decide. Like, let's say if you're workforce entities, then you can decide later how often you want to meet. But right now, it's quarterly. Um, so if you go to the next slide, sector leads. So let's say you are sector lead, so you want to know what your responsibilities are. Like I mentioned, there's meetings quarterly to share information and feedback to the sub-regional and the regional coalition meeting. Sub-regional, if I'm not mistaken, the sub-regional is Imperial County, and the regional is San Diego and Imperial. So we're gonna have those meetings, right, quarterly. We encourage everyone, or like we encourage organizations and individuals to join the Southern Border Coalition. As I mentioned, if you the more you're engaged, the more your voice will be heard, or the more your sector will be heard. So we definitely ask you to and encourage you to join the sector leads, the one that we just mentioned. Oh, and by the way, there are two parts. So part one and part two of the regional plan with sector members to obtain feedback and recommendations to contribute to regional plan deliberations by the sub-regional and regional task groups, meaning that there's going to be a draft I'm sorry, there needs to be a plan sent to the state, um, and that's going to be in, I think, that's the end of part one. But let me see here on the timeline, right? So on the phase one, due date is December 31st. We're going to send a regional summary to the state, also a labor market analysis and industry cluster analysis, and then we're gonna be like voting as sectors, I'm sorry, uh, and we're gonna give feedback. We're gonna put in feedback to the draft that is gonna be sent to the, I forgot the name. I'm sorry. Just find it. Hold on. Oh, to the plan. We're going to be give feedback to the plan that is sent to Sacramento, to the state. So this is why it's very important to be part of of the sector leads or represent one of those sectors. Um, and here, the point of the original plan is to yeah, and here's like basically what I also mentioned is that if you're part of the coalition, you can recommend reports that that you feel reflect your community needs, values, and interests. Like we were just mentioning right now, that we should have universities, or we should have like engineering. Hello? Okay, perfect. Sorry. So, like we just mentioned, that we should have engineering schools, or we should have more hospitals, or beautify the city. So, this is your opportunity. This is what we have been talking about. Um, and then, how does surf relate to me, or your family, or your community, right? So, how is it? Oops. Okay. So, how do we? So basically, how does it relate to you, or it relates to your community, right? So this is very important, because that's should I move better. Okay. Oh, okay. Is it should I move? Sorry, technical difficulties.
Maybe if you walk to this.
This way.
Short intermission.
Microphone, the other microphone on. Okay, so what were we saying? So how does it relate to you, your community, or your family? So we have to keep in mind that if we participate on this, it's going to impact you, but not just you, but also those around you. So let's say that you participate, and actually your project, or I mean, that your idea of, like, let's say, developing a hospital, um, is voted yes by the sector lead. So by sharing that idea, uh, and let's say that idea goes to the state, and then the state approves it, and gives funds to develop that plan, that idea is going to not just impact you positively, but it's going to impact everyone around you in the community. So this is why that's how it impacts you, or your community, or your family. Um, so let me go to the next slide. Okay, so now there's, like we mentioned, there's gonna be two exercises. This is a part two. This is when we're all gonna come in again right now, make another, all gonna talk together like we just did earlier, and we're gonna talk about how to plan these. We're gonna take 20 minutes to share with our group any ideas you have for projects that could be funded by CERF. So just basically like just what we were doing earlier, but like more in detail, and how we can strategize. We're also going to think about what sector this project will fall under, plus think about projects that may already exist and need funding. So I mentioned someone saying about infrastructure. So infrastructure already exists, but it might need more funding, right? Same as education. So we're gonna take 20 minutes and talk about those projects, and we're going to your table again.
I don't think so,
I
no.
was distracted.
Sí. Ajá.
Póngaselo en el oído para que lo puedas. No necesita ponerse.
We're gonna do 10 minutes because of time. So we're saying how like let's start planning. So now that you have the context of what CERF is, the opportunity it's going to bring, and the kind of projects that it is seeking to fund, we can take our dreams and start thinking about how to turn them into our reality. So let's start with Europe now. I know you mentioned that healthcare is one, like better jobs. So how do you think we can bring that into our reality?
So I think it's related to the education aspect that you said right now, how IBC has that program that's helping with certification. So maybe investing more in that education IBC. Or we also know that the SCSU engineering or STEM building is coming right in Raleigh. So maybe also finding ways to advertise that better. That day we want local youth to stay here in the valley. And yeah, so I guess looking at more education, I agree, education, see how they can get more involved and want to stay in their, especially with lithium. I just think there's so much opportunity right now.
What about? I have a question. Now that we're talking about workforce entities, would a workforce entity benefit from having an apprenticeship program?
Definitely. That's why we're working with IBC. Like, their the certification can be finished, and then we could have like an internship, apprenticeship program, so they could have a hands-on experience for the job. And then I know IBC is also having a pre-engineering course, but it's not well established. Like there are some students, but it's not like something that's really well advertised or discussed with high schoolers.
Is it the new one that they came up with? Because you know, IBC came up with kind of like some classes to know how to be a lab technician or your PhD or CTO.
Oh, yeah, we help them put together 3 curricula for lab tech, operator, and instrument tech. But the only certification that went through is the one for plant operator, because they have to justify like, that there would be enough open jobs for that course. And right now, the only one they were able to justify was for plant operator. So there are other 2 certification programs they need to justify and open up for students. Maybe that will follow next year.
Yeah, I went to IBC and Imperial Valley College, and I asked them about their curriculum, but they mentioned that they don't have the lab technician yet. They only have the operator.
Yeah, all the curricula for 3, they're already done. But
But they don't
they have to go through a process
to justify.
justify the certification course. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're working on that. But the one that was fully approved is the one for plant operator.
You want to?
Sí, yo pienso que la universidad no lo hace, puede crearse, o sea, puede crearse. No necesariamente tiene que ser el colegio. Hay centros de capacitación. O sea, centros muy centros de capacitación. O sea, yo me digo que en otros lugares de México, digo, vemos a México como un país abajo, ¿verdad? Pero ¿por qué tiene centros de capacitación? Y salen técnicos. Podemos dejar una escuela técnica aquí, que si el joven no terminó, que termina esto, y dices tú, no puedo entrar al colegio, porque no puedo, pero una escuela técnica es aquí, o sea, y que no nos ganen, o sea, para que no se vayan. Tú me mencionaste, yo regresé porque quiero ver un cambio, aquí en Caléxico. O sea, por eso regresaste. Y los que vivimos aquí queremos ver un cambio también. También no queremos ese cambio, o sea, para que las futuras generaciones no vean lo que nosotros estamos viendo. Porque, por ejemplo, yo tengo mi nieta, dice, yo voy a estudiar para abogado, pero yo no me voy a quedar aquí. Quiero estar directando la ley ahorita. Aquí no hay futuro. Y está chiquita, tiene 10 años. Dice ella, aquí en el futuro, yo me voy a ir de aquí.
Entonces, lo ideal sería, como mencionó, una escuela técnica, ¿verdad?
Lo que más necesitamos aquí en la escuela técnica.
Para poder cubrir las vacantes en este ejemplo, lo de litio, pero no nomás litio, sino puede ser una gran, variedad de carreras.
Ahorita están enfocados, únicamente yo veo técnicos.
Pasan bien, pero necesitan las dos cosas.
Variedad.
Yo me he fijado, ahorita están enfocados, todo el mundo está enfocado en el litio. Todo el mundo dice, no, el litio, pero no se ponen a fijarse que, por ejemplo, una persona de 40, 50 años no va a ir a trabajar al litio. No va a ir a trabajar al litio, no es ingeniero. Pero sí, ¿por qué se nos fueron las maquiladoras de ropa de aquí de Caléxico? No hay maquiladoras para que las mujeres trabajen. No hay maquiladoras de ropa. Yo les aseguro que si hubiera trabajo para muchas mamás, hay guarderías en las empresas de México. Porque esas empresas se van de aquí a Estados Unidos, las ponen en México, tienen sus propias guarderías. ¿Y cómo es posible que aquí no tengamos nada de eso? Es algo que está pasando con Caléxico. Caléxico tiene muchos problemas. Caléxico es un lugar de problemas que necesitan ayuda.
Necesito personas que sean bien organizadas y ayuden. No que nomás cobren su puesto y ya.
Sí, como por ejemplo, pues como ahorita mencionábamos en la presentación, ¿no? Que ese es el tipo de ideas pues no de ideas, porque son cosas que se ocupan en el valle. Es lo que básicamente quiere escuchar el Estado, ¿no? Pero obviamente con la colaboración de todos los sectores, no solamente las entidades de workforce, porque son 15 sectores los que vimos, ¿verdad? Entonces todos los 15 se van a juntar. Entonces lo que quieren saber es que, por ejemplo, si decimos que vamos a una escuela técnica, pues podemos todos ponernos de acuerdo de que, oigan, lo que nos ocupamos aquí es una escuela técnica, mandemos este proyecto al Estado, a Sacramento, y si el Estado claramente lo ve, y va a ver que sí lo ocupamos, porque nuestro desempleo es muy alto. Entonces, probablemente sí vayan a soltar esos fondos para poder desarrollar la escuela técnica.
Mira, yo acabo de ver eso. Y yo recuerdo que cuando mi hija iba al colegio, mi hija se tenía que ir hasta la línea a tomar el camión. Porque cuando ella ya llegaba al camión, el camión ya estaba lleno. Ahí está. ¿Y quién viene? ¿Y quién venía de allá? No tiene nada en contra de la gente mexicana, no quiere. Pero nosotros pagamos impuestos. Nosotros tenemos casa propia y pagamos todo. Y ellos vienen, usan lo que nuestros hijos necesitan. Mira, el otro día me pasó una experiencia. Fui a la tienda de Arabia. La muchacha estaba en una fila enorme. La muchacha estaba molesta. Dice, pero qué bueno que les pasó eso. Contrataron pura gente de México. O sea, me quedé cuando me dijo así, la gente es 15 de septiembre no va a trabajar. Porque se está festejando allá. Y había una sola cajera para la fila de ella. Pero yo le digo que bueno. Ahora, ¿por qué no viene un representante del Estado a una junta que se llama a la comunidad de Caléxico, se llama? Viene un representante del Estado de ver las problemáticas que tenemos. Y vas a ver que la gente se mueve. Y que cada quien hable y se lleve lo que la gente necesita.
Deberíamos de decir eso en la junta, que se debería venir un representante del Estado.
Alguien que está ayudando con el programa tercero. También para que escuchen los opiniones de la comunidad.
Pero alguien alto, ¿no?
También más,
que esté en poder más alto.
también. tenemos un sector también del gobierno. So, ahí podemos mirar ahí cómo es que podemos involucrar a poderes del Estado que tienen mucho poder. De que escuchen.
Sí, bastantes buenas ideas, very good ideas.
Caléxico es bonito.
Sí.
Su gente es bonita. Caléxico. Ya, llegaste, usted se nota con la casa donde la gente es. Somos casi todos mexicanos.
Y todos nos conocemos, ¿no? Casi todos.
Sí.
Exactamente. Algo más que, anything else you would like to add to how we should develop, algo más que le gustaría agregar en cómo podríamos o se podría levantar un proyecto?
Pues ojalá que hubiera alguna manera de que los estudiantes de aquí se fueran.
O de hecho,
Yo tengo una nieta que tiene 4 años que se fue. Y de hecho ahorita que está aquí en la biblioteca, por eso traía para acá.
qué bueno que lo mencionan, porque uno de los 15 sectores que el Estado quiere escuchar es los jóvenes. Y jóvenes de 15 años hasta 24 años. Entonces, igual va a haber una junta para los jóvenes. ¿Qué día va a ser?
El miércoles aquí en Caléxico.
El día miércoles aquí en Caléxico. ¿En qué lugares, recuerdas?
Va a ser en el Costco Planet, que está en Downtown Caléxico. Era el correo viejito. Ahora es todavía sigue siendo un correo, pero ahora tiene otros oficinas ahí. Entonces va a ser en el sótano del lugar. Y le puedo dar más información al final.
Sí, para que asistan los jóvenes. Entonces, bueno, estamos viendo como que todo va de la mano, todos los grupos. Por ejemplo, you can see that all of the groups are going hand by hand. You can see that work entities go by hand with the youth, and the youth also go by hand with education. So like it's all we all need to work like together as sectors and collaboratively. Did I say it right? Collaborativamente, so that we can bring those ideas and bring them into our reality. But again, like we mentioned, there's a deadline, and these. Do you know when these are going to start? Do you know when these projects are going to be sent? In December, right? The draft.
It's for December 31st.
Ajá. En December 31st, ya como que all the ideas were going to be together and they're going to be sent to the state, and then the state is going to respond to those ideas, like which one would be. Well, we're going to vote on that, like through the sector leads, the sector representatives, to send those projects to Sacramento, and then by January we will have.
You know what? There's another meeting that I attended today, a month or 2 months ago. It's similar to something like this. They are preparing like a write-up for a grant.
Like, who was the meeting?
It's Inca County.
Is it the steering committee, the workforce development?
It's not just workforce development, because there was also discussion about infrastructures, healthcare, the same things that we've discussed.
Was it wasn't CERF per se?
It was not served.
It might be that the county that they are doing their own like analysis and their own plan. So that's my first thought assumption, that they have that they like the priority, I guess, and that's what they are doing. So that's something we should definitely look into and see how it
Maybe
relates, or
they are preparing for this as well, right?
yeah.
Como
Oh,
usted
claro
dice,
que sí,
pero
también
antes de irse,
comida.
por favor, a la comida. Es que no queremos que quede. Ay. Pero tome comida y si quiere que.
Tiene 4 años que se fue. Es
Me acuerdo
Sofía.
de high school.
Sophie.
If you want food, you can grab a plate of food at Subway.
Lo decía yo.
Tú mencionaste que iban a hacer un resumen ustedes, ¿no?
No nosotros. Oh, déjeme esperar que estamos. Pues preguntó ella si vamos a hacer un resumen nosotros. Van a ser no solo nosotros no serían los 15 sectores que miramos, ¿verdad? Serían los 15 sectores que miramos. Entre todas estas 15 personas, 15 sectores, las organizaciones laborales, centros de trabajo, educación, negocios, empresas, gobierno, todas estas 15 van a venir a compartir sus ideas y de ahí se va a hacer un reporte y ese se va a mandar de las necesidades que ocupamos. Sí, para el 31 de diciembre ya tiene que estar, para esa fecha, el 31 de diciembre ya tiene que estar mandado a sacar.
Dentro de la infraestructura que tenía Caléxico, se puede incluir lo que es un centro de capacitación, porque es infraestructura.
Sí, claro, por eso le llamamos a esta dinámica hay que soñar. ¿Por qué? Porque hay que traer todas las ideas. Y todas las ideas pueden ser posibles. Si todos los 15 sectores están de acuerdo en esta idea. Puede ser ya sea infraestructura, puede ser un centro de capacitación, puede ser una escuela técnica, centro comunitario.
O podemos darle más mantenimiento al community center. Lo que queremos es que... ¿Vale? Sí, pero también los proyectos.
Pero si se va a gastar algo grande, pues que sea algo nuevo, ¿verdad? Algo nuevo que beneficie a todos. No solamente porque, mira, yo pienso, por ejemplo, una escuela técnica, eso va a ayudar a todos, ¿no? Va a ayudar a las empresas, va a ayudar a los jóvenes, va a ayudar a todos esos sectores en general.
Yo pienso que en vez de decir el colegio, la universidad ya está, el colegio ya está. Entonces, una escuela técnica sería algo que tuviera que ser. La verdad.
Usted hace ratito mencionó que muchos de estos trabajos le van a beneficiar a los jóvenes, pero luego dijo como que una persona ya un poquito más grande y que podrían como ¿qué hacer? Entonces usted tiene como ejemplos de qué tipo de trabajo serían.
Recientemente estaba platicando con una persona que tiene 36 años, 36 o 40 años. Fue a Mexicali, agarró un curso de refrigeración. Digo, te quedas sorprendido. Dijo, ¿cómo que? Si dices que aquí no hay nada. Arreglar su refrigeración en su casa, ella. O sea, con esa intención lo está haciendo ella. Pero lo que está aprendiendo es para mí mismo, para ayudar al vecino, para ayudar al que lo tiene.
Y de hecho ella lo puede aplicar, por ejemplo, si ella quiere revalidar eso aquí, ella lo puede hacer su negocio.
Ahí está el punto. Aquí en la escuela técnica.
Y si abrimos una escuela técnica, puede ser lo mismo. Alguien aprende algo técnico y lo practican y hacen un negocio.
Es que mira, hay refrigeración, hay electricidad, hay costura, hay cocina. O sea, dentro de lo técnico hay carpinterías. O sea, hay muchísimo dentro de lo técnico. Mucho que hablar.
Okay.
Manuel,
Yes.
I think it's the steering committee for workforce development.
Oh, yeah.
And you're also part of that.
Yeah, I'm on that one. I was thinking about the workforce development. I was gonna finish the sentence, workforce development steering committee. Yeah, I'm on that one, and they're having meetings.
So, is that fund different from this fund?
Yes, these are different.
Okay.
Yeah. But
There's a lot of funding.
yeah, since I work with labor, labor is part of CERF, and also it's part of the steering committee. Yeah, of the workforce development.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like multitasking. Yeah. Okay, so it's 6 p.m. There's still some things that I want to discuss before we leave. I know that some of you signed the Southern Border Coalition form, the QR code. So there are two QR codes. One is to commit to the meeting, and the other is called sector lead. So nomination forms. So if you participate in the sector lead and you want to be like, if you want to be the leader of that sector, um, the other people that participate in the sector lead will vote for you if they want to vote you to represent them to be the leader. Now let's say you become the leader. Um, you might usually receive some type of stipend or compensation for being the lead and attending all the meetings, because this is gonna last until monthly meetings up to September of 2026 when the final CERF project ends. So, and it says here on the slides, it says sector leads will be compensated for all the time. But that's only if the members of the sector vote for you to be the leader. Okay? But if you just attend the meetings and you're not the leader, you might not get compensated because you have to be voted in. But before we leave, we have questions or comments you want to share.
Is this the first meeting for the workforce entity?
Yes. Yeah. But there are more to come, so if you sign up for that, you will be receiving more emails on the following meeting, and also on, we mentioned that it's going to be quarterly meetings, so you will receive those notifications too of the next meeting for workforce entities. And there are more meetings, not just for workforce entities, but like for the youth, the other sectors, yes. And there are going to be
how
other
are you advertising the other meetings?
So right now we have a list of all of our contacts. How many? What is it, like 300? Like about 300 people. We send that email list with the flyer. We also share that on social media, like on Facebook, on the Facebook groups of Imperial Valley. We share the dates, and we also do outreach, like outside in the neighborhood and knocking on doors, giving out flyers to people to attend those meetings.
Actually, are also learning about different methods as well to see how can cater to the community. Like the one you mentioned, you go on the television, kind of sensitizing como dijo. We're just really we're not trying to find different methods also to just ensure that we
might want to announce it in the radio. That would be a good idea. And yeah, the radio and the television kind of
How do you otherwise, or how did you hear about this meeting? Oh, he sent the invite to Barry, our public relations. Our public relations officer. Yeah. And then since I'm in charge of the project, then she told me that there would be a, because we're very particular with preparing for the project. Like we need workforce.
Yes, so we will definitely mention that when we have the meeting of the co-conveners about workforce. And not just workforce, but technical schools.
Yeah, and all other requirements, because everything is needed for, like if you have more people to work here, you need to provide transportation, housing, yeah, and then a lot of other stuff.
Pues we are at the end of our meeting. We strongly. I know you came last time. I'm sorry. Well, English or Spanish? Español, inglés. Bueno, lo voy a decir en español. Le puedo dar un breve, así brevísimo de 5 minutos lo que se trata de esta junta. Básicamente, el CERF es un programa del Estado, se llama California Economic Residency Fund Program, CERF por sus siglas en inglés. Es un programa de $600 millones en el que el Estado va a invertir para proyectos en 13 diferentes sectores de California. El Valle Imperial y San Diego somos un sector justo. Somos el sector de la frontera sur, de la coalición de la frontera sur. Los como los organizadores o los preparadores de ese proyecto, organizadores, ajá. Somos yo, San Diego Imperial County Labor Council, Comité Cívico del Valle, Imperial Valley Equity and Justice, y como somos dos condados, hay otras organizaciones de San Diego. En total somos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 organizadores divididos entre San Diego Imperial. Como le comenté, de los 15 sectores, de los 13 sectores de California, nosotros somos la frontera sur, la coalición de la frontera sur. Entonces el Estado nos pidió que habláramos con 15 sectores de la población del Valle Imperial. Esos 15 sectores de la población, le voy a entregar una copia de esta. Es organizaciones laborales, centros de trabajo, educación, desarrollo de trabajo, desarrollo económico, negocios y empresas, gobierno, justicia ambiental, los trabajadores del campo, la juventud, la comunidad LGBT, los nativos americanos los nativos americanos y las comunidades en desventaja. Entonces, estamos haciendo una junta por cada sector. Entonces, va a haber 15 juntas. La junta de hoy se trató sobre actividades de desarrollo workforce strategies, de trabajo. Entonces, una de lo más importante que hablamos hoy es que se necesitaría una escuela técnica para que pueda haber preparación y no tengan que ir al colegio y tengan que hacer.
Yo iba a preguntar algo, por ejemplo, en la high school, ¿por qué no hacen la carrera técnica en high school?
Eso.
No, dentro de la high school, si quieres estudiar en high school, salgas con una carrera ya técnica. Entonces sería mi opinión, por ejemplo, si quisieran ser asistente médico, si quisieran ser algo de contabilidad, algo de informática, pero que ya salieran los estudiantes de la preparación, de la high school aquí, con su carrera técnica. ¿Por qué? Porque eso les va a facilitar a ellos ir a otro ambiente de trabajo y no ir a americanos, sino que aquí van a estar más preparados. Y esa es mi opinión. En lugar de formar exactamente, en lugar de ser una escuela técnica, cuando sales de high school, ya sales tú con tu certificado de high school con una carrera técnica, la persona.
Parecido a México.
Así, que se quiera integrar a ese tipo de cosas.
Pero, o sea, ¿saben?
Bueno, esa es mi opinión.
O sea, sí saben porque de la high, porque tienen soldadura, cocina.
Pero viene que es carrera técnica integrada en su certificado. Aquí hay varias carreras ya en la lista.
De hecho, las que hay en el centro también son como las escuelas más chiquitas que no tienen cosas.
Pero como nos referíamos como a una escuela técnica y ahora sí que te enseñen,
Es diferente la.
por ejemplo, cómo mover una máquina y que ahí tengan la máquina y que tú estés haciendo trabajo de máquina y que tengan como algún convenio con una empresa y que te manden.
No, ya entendí lo que me estoy diciendo. Se de cuenta, es una empresa y ustedes tienen una escuela. Ahí está, por decir algo, los que imprimen lona, un ejemplo. Ahí está la persona que le gusta estar, pero hay una empresa que manda esos trabajos, eso es así, algo similar o como.
Claro, como el CECATI.
Como el CECATI.
Como algo técnico como el CECATI en México.
Pero, por ejemplo, ahí en el CECATI entran sin piden pura junior high, ¿no?
Porque tengan educación.
Pura junior high piden para ellos, ahí no te piden high school, es pura junior high.
Eso es lo que queremos aquí.
¿Ustedes quieren?
Sí.
¿No quieren que terminen la high school?
No, que terminen la high school. Que aquí está terminando la high school.
Pero que haya oportunidad como para los que no terminaron la high school que puedan entrar a una carrera técnica y también los que salgan de high school puedan entrar a
En
la
lugar de ir
carrera
al
técnica.
colegio, dices los que no pueden ir a
Sí, esa es la meta.
pues sí, pueden ir
You know,
a
I'm thinking about that. You know, maybe like in high school there could be an elective subject related to renewable energy. So they could take it like even few units and then they will have their mindset already that, oh, we wanna continue this. Then they'll go to the certification. So that's one way of getting more people, more students to be interested. But I'm not sure how they go through the certification process for elective courses.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, for example, in Calexico High School, there was only like one it's kind of a renewable, so like environmental, like an AP environmental science class, and it was only offered in the summer. So yeah, so it's just like it's not as emphasized in the like environment. It's
Yeah, so
I
then
agree.
maybe we could
Yeah.
add to the plan,
Yeah.
have something that's more regular.
Yeah, like environmental,
Yeah.
like how can we integrate?
Do you think there's any way with your vision and like this is kind of taking out your vision, or not taking but like adding to it, or but like do you think that businesses like yours could come and like interact with teachers in a way where they
Definitely. That's what we're doing with IBC. We closely work with the staff, the faculty staff, putting together the program, certification programs. So if it's something that, of course, this would be new for high school elective course or subject, then we could help. We could coordinate with the teachers on what would be the coverage for that subject.
Pero allí el que interviene, o sea, ya directamente el distrito escolar, el que quisiera mejorar, o sea, es el distrito, el que dice, me interesa hacer esto y lo voy a meter en mi proyecto. Y en el caso técnico sería muy diferente. Es muy independiente de lo que es distrito escolar, de lo que es muy independiente. Lo que se analizaría algo técnico ya sería independiente del distrito escolar. Lo manejaría el colegio, lo pudiera manejar la universidad, no sé quién lo pudiera manejar, pero alguien lo tiene que manejar.
Is there a sector that includes the school district or high school?
Education, yes. There's an education district.
Yeah, hopefully they will really get involved and then we could collaborate with them.
Exactly.
This would be a great opportunity.
Thank you so much. If you sign up and you hit the QR code, you will receive emails. Si se hicieron para registrarse para más juntas, le vamos a mandar unos correos electrónicos sobre las fechas. ¿Mande? ¿No le llegó? A ver, si quiere la ayuda.
Es que yo pues mira,
Cuando hizo
You might I'll be
a la mejor
bueno,
eso
eso está en inglés.
para
Okay, thank you so much for coming, Manny. It was a very small group today, but at least we were able to share our ideas. And we'll definitely, I would encourage you to be part of the sector team, at least run for it, or not you, maybe Barry, so that way he can bring those ideas and he can vote. But thank you.
She's with you on the
See?
Oh,
is she on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yes. She's the one that was charged.
Yeah, I will see her next week. So I'll talk to her.
And I'll provide her.
Yeah. We'll say hi.
We're
She's on the when
I think it's Friday or Thursday. I mean Wednesday.
We'll see you.
I might miss that one because I will be,
Sí.
but I have other people that I know so they can be there and I can update. Alright. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for coming.
Muchas gracias por participar. No va a recoger eso porque luego van apurando. Take food, please. You want to take a sandwich? Si quieren llevar sandwich, que sobró bastante.
You know what?
I think the veggie is the green one.
¿Qué se puede escribir aquí?
Thank you, Lorna.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The red is probably.
So it's better than I thought.
No, yeah, it was small but intimate.
Yeah, that's why I like it more.
Look, Mario, I'm gonna help take. Do you need help taking? Let me stop this. Do you need help taking all that off? Or would you rather me focus on something else?
Thank
you for coming.
Thank you, everyone. Small group today, but thank you.